Thank you so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a timeless reading. Could also use this as a manifestation reading. All you need to do is claim this energy as your own. I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit. I don't use any cards. If you'd like to work with me on spiritual advice, twin flame stuff, astrology readings, and more, my information is in the description below. And if you'd like to book a free consult with me, my Calendly link is in the description below. Keep in mind, we all have masculine and feminine energies in our bodies. So masculine can be feminine, feminine can be masculine. Use those terms as they make sense in your situation. All right, y'all, so let me get into it. So, of course, I've been getting more angel numbers coming in, so I want to talk about angel number 111. And I also want to talk a little bit about Mercury in retrograde and then what's been going on with the Divine Masculine. So lately, the Divine Masculine has been working on some projects, actually, a lot of really huge projects for some of you that can be very lucrative. And some of them want to work with you collective because they know that you can build um, and you do it well, and the things that you build are very profitable. They can see that when they're with you. Not only are you loving, kind, gentle, caring, understanding, considerate, you also have a lot of healing energy and you have a lot of abundance. So I just saw 222. Um, it just continues, which is wonderful. Um, but as far as communication goes, some things might get, like the lines might get crossed because Mercury is in retrograde, and just keep in mind that a lot of things might seem to mean something else. Um, Also know that your thoughts are manifesting really fast lately. And so just be mindful of the things that you're thinking about. Think on the things that you really want to bring into this 3D. You may be working on some projects too collective, and there may be some that you're wanting to work on in the future with the divine masculine or the masculine now. For some of you, the divine masculine has this plan. They devised a plan. They want to do something to help you build something with you, get together with you, whatever it is. But there's something that they're working on, and they want you to be a part of it, if not a part of everything. If they can help it, they'll pull you into it. And for you, it's just important for you to continue to work on yourself, work on your, if you need to do some shadow work on you becoming your best self. If you need to work on the bag, work on the bag, work on doing the things that you need to do little by little to get them done. Dates might be important, different types of dates. Could be, there are a lot of types of dates, and this is what I'm talking about, that um communication is important these days because you want to make sure that what you're saying is clear. Um, because dates could mean like going out on dates, like seeing someone else. Dates could mean like the fruit date. Dates could be like dates on a calendar. There can be a lot of different meanings. So it's with Mercury in retrograde. like I've been talking about, it's important for you to make sure that you're um, expressing yourself in a clear way, and also that as much as possible, you're working to understand the person that you're communicating with. In this case, we're talking about the divine counterpart. Um, and also, like something that came up, DEA, DOC, I'm not sure why those came up. That might be something that's important to someone. Um, you may be, again, trying to make money. Uh, there might be a windfall of money coming in. You might be getting some gifts of money coming in. There might be, you might win the lottery. You might get some clients or a lot of business. You might get a promotion or a new position. Um, you may take over a company or buy out a company. There might be a lot of opportunities in business for you right now. And yeah, you just have to see how it unfolds. You may be doing some business acquisition. There may be some mergers or acquisitions around you as well. So you'll just have to see how it unfolds. But as far as Mercury in retrograde, again, just making sure that you're doing the work that you need to do. If you don't have to do a lot of talking, you don't need to. You just need to work on more um, taking action, is what I've been talking about lately. So you might be doing that more. You might have been working on your health. Just make sure you're getting rest. Um, make sure that you're also, like I was saying, just getting done the things you need to get done. There might be things that you've been waiting on, and this might be the time that you're actually well, you're getting a lot of stuff done. You're pulling the trigger on some stuff that you've been holding off on. Trust your intuition again because it is right. You may have gotten this feeling of just pure joy, happiness in your heart, and that might be because some things that you've been wanting to manifest are going to show up, or they are showing up in that moment. Um, Let me get to this angel number and then I'll come back to something else. So, I've been talking about bloodlines, and that might be important because one or both of you might have this champion bloodline. Um, but also, you never know what spiritual gifts, abilities, and powers are in your bloodline, and they might be developing more and more for you lately. Um, as far as 111 in manifestation, um, it could be huge potential for you to manifest. And like I was saying, your thoughts are creating your reality and doing it pretty fast these days. Eating clean, taking care of your body, you know, is according to spiritual principles. I'm going to say it like that. That when you do that, you are, they say, a transmitter and receiver. And so when you do that, you can transmit and receive messages even faster from God, um, spirit. That if you're, trying to pull things into this reality, into 3D, then they can happen even faster because your signal is clear. So for some people, they like a liquid diet. For some people, they like, you know, eating lighter. For some people, they like um, juice feasting. Um, but it just depends for you, of course. um, consult with your qualified health professional to see what is best. But on the spiritual side, following spiritual principles um, can help a lot to develop your gifts, abilities, and powers. Okay, so for love, 111, um, it could be coming up just before you meet someone. It could mean a new chapter is starting for you. It could also mean if you're in a situation or relationship, a union with your twin flame mirror soul, that you could be getting to a deeper level. You com- you could be committing, sorry, excuse me. Um, there could be even more passion, and the divine masculine or divine counterpart may not know how to approach you or deal with you. Um, because of the way they feel. Maybe they're so in love with you. Maybe they have such deep feelings for you and they're wondering if you feel the same. So you may notice them getting closer and then backing off, getting closer, backing off, because they might wonder, like I said, if you feel the same for them. They might be scared. They might be um, thinking, okay, you're too good to be true or whatever. There's a book that just popped into my mind called The Honeymoon Effect. And this is something that I want to talk about more. Um, but I'm gonna come right back to it. So 111 in career and purpose. Um, I've been talking about this already in this video, but you're you could be getting a windfall of money coming in. You could get a lot of business opportunities, a lot of job opportunities, a lot of just different, clients could be coming in, a lot of things. Don't keep doing stuff that you don't want to do. Focus on doing the things that you do want to do, because the things you don't want to do can be really draining, but the things that you do want to do can be energizing. Um, Pay attention to your energy when you're around certain people, because the energy can be better when you're around certain people, and that is how one way that you know that that person might be a good person to be around. But there may be new beginnings in your work life or in your business. Um, Go at them just being open. Get outside of your comfort zone, because some new things could be coming into your life. Again, you could be developing a lot of gifts, abilities, and powers on the spiritual side um, these days. So be grateful. Stay in the energy of gratitude. I think that's important. Just think about, Neville Goddard says, live in the end, or something like that. But it's about living like you already have the thing. That's what he says. If you want to go, say, I think he was from Barbados, so he would say, um, you're already in Barbados. Or if you want to go to Costa Rica, you're already in Costa Rica. If you want to go to Caribbean, you're already in Caribbean. You want to go to France, you're already in France. Imagine what it's going to feel like, what it's going to look like, what it's going to sound like, what the, delicious food is going to smell like. Maybe you going to Italy, maybe going to Spain, maybe going to Greece or Jamaica, maybe going to Egypt, maybe going to South Africa, maybe going to Kenya, maybe going to Namibia, maybe you're, just all over the place. So just you're already there. and it works, wonders for you to stay in a good and positive energy, because I've also been learning about bioelectricity lately, and how um, the bioelectric field around your body can um, be something that's healing, can attract things to you, can help you manifest faster, because your heart, the energy around your heart is amazing, and it can be very powerful and healing for you. So just keep in mind, but it can attract things into your life. So um, once you know that you could trust a person, work on taking more risks, taking more chances, and seeing where it leads you, because you just never know what amazing things could come your way. But what I would say is, don't do the same things and expect a different result. If you're going to get a different result, you're going to need to do something different. Accept people, meet them where they are. And a lot of people want to get better. It's just that sometimes they don't have opportunities, and some people do, and they're not going to do anything different. So you'll see what happens, where things end up going with you and the divine masculine, the divine counterpart. Just again, keep in mind, when you see that you could trust someone, you may want to take a risk and see how far you could go with the person. Um, you'll get chances to do things different when you get the chance. It might feel like for you, like you're repeating the same experiences, and why? What are you getting out of it? If you take a chance and do something different, get a different outcome, then that's what you get. You move further. It's like a game that you're playing, maybe this 3D, and if you do something different, you could get a different result. Then you move to the next level, and you could get a different result when you do something different. In a similar situation, you keep moving up and up and up. I think for some, there's this fear of being seen for some of us, that people are going to know our greatness, but we complain like, why don't we get a chance to show it? And when we do, we shy away from it. And for others, we take the risk. We get the thing that we were wanting to manifest, and then we move to the next level. So which one do you want to be? That's the question. It's like a gut check. Do you want to move forward, or do you want to stay behind? That's the question. You know the answer better than me. I feel like the divine masculine is doing some soul searching, and you might be too collective. But like I said, it's about making different decisions, moving up, elevating. But I was thinking, I don't want to make this video too long. But what I was thinking was, I was looking at these dresses, and I was thinking, and I was messaging someone about it, and I was saying, it makes sense for me to wear stuff like this every day. Like, you know, but it would just be it's pretty nice, pretty elegant dresses. And I was thinking it makes sense for me to do that, to wear those things each day. But then I was like, probably would not fit in with other people. And I was like, I'm glad that I'm not trying to do that because, yeah, I'm not trying to fit in. And I need to stop messing around and just do whatever the things are that I know that I need to do in order to elevate, move to the new life. But clothes are not character. Do not confuse the two. That's the message. Um, because it wouldn't matter. I mean, to some extent it does, because the people that you're around, the company that you keep, and all that, it's like to some extent those people will accept you or reject you, or like want to give you opportunities or give you not give you opportunities because of what you're wearing, of the car you drive, of how your hair is, your makeup, the way you carry yourself and all that stuff. But that is not your character. Whatever you wear or don't wear, whatever you drive or don't drive, whatever you do or don't do with your hair, your makeup, and all that, it's not your character. Now, you want to be a reflection, sorry about that, of your character, but those things do not constitute character. Like, just because a person is dressed really nice, and, they have their makeup done and all this stuff, they look great. When you go, say, to courtrooms and you're in and out doing business and stuff, you start to see that some of those people that wear those clothes are really just slimy, nasty characters. So that just goes to show, like um this town that I know of, the judge, the state's attorney at the time, and MD, dental, dentist, they were all smuggling, allegedly, illegal substances into a hospital with one of their helicopter. Again, what you wear is not your character. That's a part. Whether you wear something or don't, whatever it is, your character, you want to work on being of great character, because that's the thing that's going to open doors and keep them open, give you opportunities and keep those opportunities, and then your skills, abilities, gifts, and things help you keep them. Be a good character. Be who you say you are if you want opportunities, if you want whatever. Like I'm saying, there will be risk involved for you to get outside of yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and you make the decision about where you want to go with that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Continue to glow up, continue to watch, read, listen to things that lift you up, continue to work on growing your spiritual gifts, abilities, and powers. Continue to work on surrounding yourself with people that want you to win, and energy that lifts everyone up. Um, Something that I've been exploring you might be interested in is the bioelectric field, but allowing the hurt to get out of your heart and for you to feel love and joy and all these things to manifest more stuff and, pull more stuff into the 3D. Um, so again, continue to work on surrounding yourself with energy that lifts everyone up. Continue to um, work on manifesting, but be mindful about your thoughts, like I was saying, because they can be exceptionally powerful right now. And you want to pull into the 3D the things that you really want, um, and not the other things. So focusing your attention, energy, your time, and all that on something that you really want right now is important, and paying attention to when you do feel that joy in your heart or whatever, because that can be a sign that you're manifesting something that you really want in your reality. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get off of here. Thank you again. Happy lightning fast manifesting as always. And I'm going to talk to y'all again soon. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.